Hello everyone. Namaste. How are you all? Are you okay? Good, I hope so. Now we are together again for English lesson of grade 7. Are you excited for this? Learning English? Reading English? Good, good. Now I am also eager to teach you English. So today in our lesson, now you can see here we will do unit 19. In unit 19, what is it? Reading second. Okay. Unit 19, reading second. In reading second, we will do some activities. Well, first thing we will do the reading itself, reading the text. Okay. Then after matching, okay, task A based on the reading. Third thing we will do true false, that is task B in your book. Next, short answer question, task C in your book, and then finally discussion based on reading, that is discussion question, and task D, that is, isn't it? Well, so be ready with your book and whatever you need during this lesson. Sit comfortably and be attentive. Okay? Are you ready? Great. Okay. Now take out your book on page number 207, isn't it? Well, now this is reading second of unit 19. Okay. Now here you can see reading second, and in the beginning, what can you see here? Look at the picture and answer these questions. Now there are 3 questions in the beginning. Okay, before we start reading, let's try answering these questions. First question A. What do you see in the picture? Now look at this picture. Here is one picture. Can you see? Yes. Okay. The same picture is in your book as well, isn't it? Well, and then what do you see in the picture? What is it? Can you say? Well, many of you can. Good, good. Okay, great. That is great. You have seen the computer, haven't you? Good. Well, you can see computer. Okay, computer in the picture. And B, question B, can you name any of the items? Now, it's computer anyway, you say it, okay, but within computer also, what are the parts? Can you name any of them? Okay, so many of you can. Okay, good. What is it? Monitor. Good. And this one? CPU. Okay, CPU, mouse, keyboard, you can say. Very good. Okay, you have seen. Many of you have seen. Okay. Well, if you haven't seen, okay, that's computer, isn't it? Computer and its parts. Monitor, as your friends are saying, monitor, CPU, keyboard, mouse. Okay. And then question C, do you have any of these devices? Do you have at home? Yes, okay, many of you have. Some of you have, okay, good. And then others do not have. That's all right anyway. If yes, what do you use it, or what do you use them for? What do you use them for? Please, if you have, those who have these devices, these devices are computer at home, what do you use the computer for? And what do you use these parts for? Okay, these parts, keyboard for what purpose? Yes, typing, is it? Well, and mouse for pointing to various parts of the text. Good. Okay, we use for that purpose. Okay. Now, what is there in reading? Let's see. What is the title? Would you read it? Read it loudly. Title. Good. Use of a personal computer. Use of a personal computer. Okay, let's read. Okay, good. Well, as I am reading, you should also be reading along with me, and then pointing. Okay, you should be pointing with your finger in the textbook. Okay. Okay, and then try to learn the things the text says. what is the text about, what it says, what are the matters given there, things given there. Okay, good. Now let's start. Hi, I'm Isabella. Today I'm going to talk about how to use a personal computer. Computers are one of the most used electronic devices in this era. Here is general process of how you can use your computer. Okay, first paragraph. Okay. Now here there are two highlighted words that may be difficult for you. Are they difficult? Yes? Okay, many of you are saying. Now, what does devices mean? This word mean. So, computers are one of the most used electronic devices. What is it? Now, what does devices mean? Yes, what is it? Okay, yes, some of you can do, some of you can say the meaning. Well, this means objects, isn't it? Or tools or machines, is it? Machines, tools, objects, whatever you say, that is called devices. So, computer is electronic devices. One object that can be operated through the supply of electricity is electronic device, isn't it? Okay. Now, well, you can see here in the picture there are several devices here. What can you see? Headphone is one device, is it? Laptop another device. CD player, pen drive, all these are devices, aren't they? Tools, machines. Good. And then electronic devices in this era. What does era mean? What does it mean? Era means, yes, a period of time or age, isn't it? This era means this age, isn't it? Well, era means age. Well, now here, now Isabella is saying here is general process of how you can use your computer. Now she says, press the power button to turn on the computer. The power button may be in different places on different models of computer. It usually has a circle with a red arrow down the middle. Circle with a red arrow down the middle. Okay. Now, after reading it, can you say who is speaking in the text? Well, it is written form, but someone is saying this thing. So, is this? Okay, Isabella, good. So, what she says in the beginning, hi, I'm Isabella, she is saying. Okay, so who is speaking? Isabella. Similarly, what is she talking about? What is she saying? What is she telling us about? Yes, okay, personal computer. Now, today I am going to talk about how to use a personal computer. So, she is talking about how to use a personal computer. And what does a power button look like? What does it look like? Is it given? Yes, yes, good. Okay. Well, it usually has a circle with a red arrow down the middle, circle and red arrow down the middle, from middle that is red arrow down, downwards, isn't it? Good. Okay. Well, next. Well, when you turn on the computer screen lights up. The computer screen is like a television screen. The screen of a computer is also known as monitor or display. Okay. What does monitor mean? Monitor means a device with a screen on which words or pictures can be shown. Okay, you can see words or pictures. Okay, well, here you can see one picture of monitor. Can you see monitor of a computer? Okay, well, that is called monitor. Well, another important part of a computer is the keyboard. There are different keys with special functions. There are functional keys on the top row and can be numerical keys on the right hand side. on your right hand side there can be numerical keys. Numerical means, what does numerical mean? Yes, involving numbers or expressed in numbers. Okay. Well, you can see picture, there are numbers. So, in keyboard also there are numbers to type. Okay. So, numerical keys on which side? Yes, right hand side. The function keys are numbered as F1 to F12 with specific task. Usually, the F1 key will help you to open the help screen. Okay. Now, can you answer this question? What does a computer screen look like? It looks like, well, what? A television screen, isn't it? Good. Okay, a television screen. And what functions are the keys in the keyboard related to? What are those keys related to? Yes, you can answer easily, can't you? Okay, good. Different keys with special function is given, isn't it? So, function keys are there on the top. Okay, they are related to various functions. Okay, there are numerical keys related to number. Okay, you can do. Now, next, there are also some other keys you have to learn. When you are typing a document, you can press the home button to go to the beginning of the document. Similarly, the end button leads to the end of the document. The delete button is used to delete the documents or the text on the document, while the backspace can erase the word to the left. Moreover, you can use different letters with the Ctrl control button for the smooth function of Word and other programs. For example, Ctrl plus V helps you to paste something you have copied. Okay. How do you read this? Ctrl control. Ctrl plus B means, well, it is used to paste documents you have copied. Is it so? Okay. Here you can see erase. What does erase mean? Backspace can erase the word to the left is given. What does erase mean? Erase means to remove written matter, rub out, clean. For example, if I write something here, computers. Okay. Now, if I want to write computer, I erase S. This is erasing. Okay. Or I can, after I write, I can erase this. Okay. It means rub out or clean, isn't it? Remove the matter. Now, can you answer this question? What happens when you press end button? End button. What happens if you press it? Yes, okay, you can see the end button leads to the end of the document. Is it so? Good. And then why do you press backspace button? What is its function? Yes, to erase the word to the left. Okay, it erases words leftward, towards left. Good. Well, now you can also use a mouse. It is a handheld device. Handheld means what? What does handheld means? That is a thing that can be held onto with your hand as a support. Okay? You use your hand to hold it, use it. Okay, that is called handheld, isn't it? So, mouse is a handheld device, isn't it? Which helps to move the cursor on the screen. The cursor is the arrow that shows where you are. The mouse has two different clicking options, right and left, where you can click based on your purpose. Well, cursor is the arrow is given. What does cursor mean? Well, it's arrow that is given. So, a small sign, usually an arrow, on a computer screen which moves to show the point where work is being done. Okay? You can see the picture. When you use computer, you can see this type of arrow. Can you? That is called what? Cursor. Well, now it has right or left clicking option. Is it so? Mouse, isn't it? Well, good. Now similarly, now there is another word, externally. Let us read the upcoming paragraph, next one. If you are using a laptop or a notebook computer, there is usually a mouse pad instead of a mouse, but the mouse and the keyboard can be used externally too. Now, what does externally mean? What is it? Well, from outside. Okay, it doesn't have incorporated these devices, but you can use externally. Okay. Now, what is a mouse? Can you say what a mouse is? What is it? Is it here? Yes. Okay, handheld device which helps us to move the cursor on the screen. Is it so? And then, is there a mouse with a laptop or not? No. Okay, what is there? And then, instead of mouse, what is there in laptop? Yes, mouse pad, isn't it? Mouse pad, where you can use your finger, okay, to move this cursor. Is it so? Good. Now, next one, when you have finished using a computer, you should turn it off properly. Here is how you can turn your computer off. Move the mouse to the start button. It may vary based on the program you are using. Click on the start button and click on the shutdown button. Remove the power cables if there are any. Okay. Now, well, when should we turn off the computer, or when should we turn our computer off? When we finished, or when we have finished using a computer, when we have completed our task, isn't it? Well, similarly, one thing, please think about it. Why do you think you should remove the power cables after you turn off your computer or turn your computer off? Why? What is given? Remove the power cables. Now think about it. Why you should remove them? Can you answer? Yes, it may cause some danger. Okay? Well, whenever we have turned off the computer, we should remove the power cables, because in that power cable there may be current, electricity. So, it should not be left everywhere. It should be put off somewhere. It may cause damage to the battery as well if you keep connected, isn't it? Well, so you should remove it. Is it so? Good. Now, we have finished reading. Let's do some of the tasks given. Okay, ready? Ready. Good. Now, let's see in your book what is the first task on page number 208. Okay, the first task is, what do the words or phrases on the left refer to? Match. Okay. Now, one has been given. Answer to one is there in your book, isn't it? The first one is given. Power button. Okay. And that means help to switch on the computer, or it is related to switching on the computer. So, power button helps to switch on the computer. So, this first part is word, or there are some words, okay, and second part complete them. Now, power button helps to switch on the computer. Monitor, keyboard, home button, backspace, mouse pad, okay, And second part, leads to the beginning of the document, helps to switch on the computer, erases text on a document, is available on a laptop computer, helps us type document, is the computer screen. Now monitor. What is a monitor? Which is it related to? Can you draw with pencil? Good. Okay. Monitor is the computer screen, isn't it? Do another keyboard. Which one it is related to? Keyboard helps us type documents. Is it so? Good, good. Now home button. Home button? Finished? Okay. Leads to the beginning of the document. Is it so? Backspace? Okay, backspace erases text on a document. And finally, mousepad. Mousepad is available on a laptop computer. Good. Very good. Okay, you have done. Now let's go to second task. Okay, task B. Okay, what is there? Write true or false for the following statements. Now there are 6 statements. A, the power button varies based on the type of computer. A keyboard is not an input device. C, the F1 key helps to shut down the computer. D, the delete button erases text on a document. E, a mouse has more than 2 clicking points. F, one should remove the electric cables after shutting down the computer. Okay. Now find in the book whether the statements are true or false, and with pencil in your book you can write either true or false. If the statement is true, you can write true. If it is false, you can write false. Okay, quickly. Can you? Good, let's try. First one, the power button varies based on the type of computer. Read the text. Is it given? Yes, you can find quickly here. Here in the beginning, what is given? Press the power button to turn on the computer. The power button may be in different places on different models of computer. It usually has a circle with a red arrow down the middle, that is given, isn't it? So the first statement, the power button varies based on the type of computer, that is true or false? Good, that is true. Next, well, a keyboard is not an input device. Is it input device or not? Is it directly given in text? No. What is given there? Let's see. There are also some other keys you have to learn. When you are typing a document, you can press the home button to go to the beginning of the document. So all these things are given. Okay. So it helps, keyboard helps in typing, erasing, going to home button, pressing home button and going to the beginning of the document, end button going to the end of the document. So all these things are what? Input things, aren't they? So a keyboard is not an input device. True or false? Good, that is false. Keyboard is in fact an input device. Okay. C, the F1 key helps to shut down the computer. Does it help to shut down computer? Let's check. Okay, go to the text and check it quickly. What is given there in one paragraph? Another important part of the computer is keyboard. There are different keys with special function. There are functional keys on the top row and can be numerical keys on the right hand side. The function keys are numbered as F1 to F12 with specific task. Usually the F1 key will help you to open the help screen. So what is given here? The F1 key helps to shut down the computer, right or not? No, that is good. That is false. Good. That is false. Well, now D, statement D. The delete button erases text on a document. What is used to erase text on a document? Delete? Okay, let's see there. What is given? Delete, is it? The delete button erases text. What does does it talk about? Delete. See here, N button to lead the end of the document. The delete button is used to delete the documents or the text on the document, while backspace can erase the word to the left. So backspace is used to erase the text. Delete is used to delete the document. So what is given here? Delete button erases text on the document. Right or wrong? Exactly, that is not right. What button is used to erase document? Backspace. Very good. Okay. E. A mouse has more than 2 clicking points. Are there many clicking points? Let's see. Okay. Well, see here. You can also use mouse. It is a handheld device which helps to move the cursor on the screen. The cursor is the arrow that shows where you are. The mouse has 2 different clicking options, right and left, where you can click based on your purpose. So it has how many clicking options? 2. What does the statement say? A mouse has more than 2 clicking points. Correct? No, it's not correct. That is false. Is it? Good. Now last one should remove the electric cables after shutting down the computer. Should you remove? See here. Yes. Here finally remove the power cables is given, isn't it? So electric cables, power cables, so we should remove. So that is true or false? Obviously true, isn't it? Is it so? Well, you did a great job. You found all the statements whether they are true or false. Okay. Now let's go to another, that is task C. What is given? Answer these questions. Okay. There are 6 questions you should answer. What type of device is a computer? B. What should a user do first to start a computer? C. What is the computer screen similar to? D. How many function keys are there on a keyboard? E. Write any one feature of the mouse. F. What should a user do after he or she uses a computer? Let's try to find answer to them. Okay. Have you found already? Great, great. Let's try. Okay. What type of device is a computer? Okay. See there in the beginning of the passage. What is given? Okay. See here. Computers are one of the most, well, that is the answer, isn't it? Computers are one of the most used electronic devices in this era. So what type of devices are they? Electronic. So what type of device is a computer? Electronic device you can write. Okay. Or if you write full sentence, you can write a computer is an electronic device. Or simply you can write, okay, an electronic device. Okay. Good. Number B or question B. What should a user do first to start a computer? What you should do? Okay, here in these lines somewhere you can find answers. Okay, in the beginning you can find, okay, in the beginning of your text, somewhere in the middle here you can find. Read it. Press the power button to turn on the computer. So turn on means to start, isn't it? So what should a user do first to start a computer? Press the power button, is it so? So, a user should press the power button to start a computer. Okay? To start a computer, a user should press the power button, or simply you can write press the power button. Okay. C. Question C. What is the computer screen similar to? What is it similar to? You can see here. What is it similar to? Okay, exactly. The computer screen is like a television screen. So, it is similar to television screen. Okay, a computer screen is similar to a television screen. Is it? Good. Next, how many function keys are there on a keyboard? How many? See here. Somewhere here you can find. Where is it? Okay, the function keys are numbered as F1 to F12 with specific task. So, F1 to F12, how many? F1, F2, F3, F4, F5. So, how many? 12? Good. So, your answer is there are 12 function keys in a computer. Is it so? Computer keyboard you can say. Okay, so keyboard is given here. So, there are 12 function keys on a keyboard. Well, next number E, write any one feature of the mouse. Feature, characteristics. Okay. Well, here you can read, you can also use a mouse. It is a handheld device which helps to move the cursor on the screen that is given, isn't it? So, one feature is, it is a handheld device, isn't it? Handheld device. So, answer, a mouse is a handheld device. Finished. Well, the last one now. What should a user do after he or she uses a computer? What you should do? Well, here you can read, at the end of your text lesson you can read these things. Okay? What is it? When you have finished using a computer, you should turn it off properly. So, what should a user do? Okay. She or he or a user you can say should turn off the computer. Is it so? Good, very good, you can do it. Now, finally, there is one more task, task D. Do you or your family or your friend have a computer at school or at home? How many of you have? Would you raise your hand? Good, good, many of you have. Okay, in your school or home? In school, home. Okay. What do you or they use it for? If your friends have, what do they use it for? Discuss its advantages in student life. Okay, advantages in students life. Okay. Now, what things you need to discuss here? Well, think about computer, its usage and advantages. Okay, you should think about these things and do this. Okay. Now, let us try. Before you discuss, before you talk to your friends, you can write some points. Okay, you can write some points and start. In use, what can you say? Usage, what do you use it for, or what do people use it for? Usage, you can write what do you use it for? For example, typing document, typing documents. Similarly, if it is connected to internet, you can use it for watching video or virtual classes. Okay, watching videos. Similarly, playing games. Okay, this way you can make list and then start talking. Similarly, advantages. Advantages. Can you say any? Yes, it is what? We can do things very well, efficiently. Okay, we can store data, well, watch what? Virtual classes, okay. Similarly, use social media, good, use social media, well, send email, well, many things, okay. You can make list and then start talking to your friends. Can you? Good. Well, now you can discuss about it later with your friends. Now we have come to the end of this lesson. So in our lesson today, we reading second, learn about computer and then did some exercises based on it. Okay. Well, now it's time to say goodbye. So even after this class, you can keep talking about computer and read it, do all the tasks once again. Okay. So have a good time, good study. Thank you everyone. Bye bye.